around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seaplat Profile your investment. Seaplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with the rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, Visionary developers, affordable tableland everywhere. Seplat Profile your investment. Seplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable tableland everywhere. Seplat Profile your investment. Seplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practice in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable tableland everywhere. Seplat Profile your investment. Seplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world.
To make sales, we also need to communicate what we have, our language. Most of us have been talking, but we have not been communicating. So it is possible for me to expend 1 hour with a prospect and we talk. And at the end, I wouldn't have talked about sales. Okay? There's a difference between the customer or the consumer and the buyer. I can buy and not be the consumer. Okay? We should be able to quickly identify who is a prospect and who is a suspect. Most people think that the best salespeople are those that can talk very well. It's a lie. When you talk, you will lose. It's not about talking too much. It's about listening so much. One of the challenges you can have in making sales is to not have enough information or to not have the right information. When people object to your sales pitch, don't let it get at you. Don't let it get to you in person, as a person. They have not objected to you. They have objected to your proposal.
Seplat Profile Limited.
Hello everyone, this is Authentic Realtor.
Hi everyone, my name is Vivian Akujodi.
Hello everyone, my name is Coach Spark of Genovi over there.
Hi guys, my name is Darren. I'm a Seplat Realtor.
My name is Success Ogribi.
Hi everyone, my name is Abraham Ishaba.
Hello, I'm Jenny Ikechukwu. Hi guys, I'm Martina Onoha, a Seplat Realtor.
I am a Seplat Realtor. Guess what? Please keep watching Real Estate Launch Out Show on Seplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Show on Seplat TV. Thank you.
You want to know more about real estate?
I'm a Ciplat Realtor. Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV. Thank you.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show every Tuesday 1 p.m. on Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV. Thank you.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show, Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour on Ciplat Television.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV. Stay tuned. Love you guys.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV.
Keep watching Real Estate Launch Hour show on Ciplat TV.
See you there.
Ciplat TV is your #1 real estate TV, promoting sustainable accountability, responsibility, and excellence in real estate worldwide. Watch and subscribe to Ciplat TV on YouTube channel, powered by Ciplat Profile Limited. Ciplat TV, your investment house.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ciplat TV, your #1 real estate TV in Nigeria, and I'm here with the great IGoSave. How are you feeling today, sir?
Very well, thank you.
So, how do you feel about the event going on?
Well, it's 5 years of selling lands to people without problems, 5 years of real estate successful story, and it's only good you say thank you to God for having a smooth business, a smooth operation. You know, the progress of every business is you running your business and showing others the quintessential leadership role on how to run the business. I mean, Man Homes have done a lot, and I think they deserve this celebration.
So, what are your present wishes for them?
I wish them more years of successful business. I wish them hitch-free, stress-free, money-free land selling, and in the next 2 years, I want to see Man Homes at the top of real estate business in West Africa. Wow. I want to see Man Home as the pan-African real estate face of Africa. That's what I want to see. They are really hardworking, and no doubt they will achieve it.
All right, sir. Just one more question. What's your view about real estate generally? What's your view about it generally? Is it something that's good for people to join or invest, that kind of stuff?
Well, real estate is what I tell my friends mostly. I convince my friends to invest in real estate because it's the only investment that you don't go wrong.
Wow.
You don't need a secretary, you don't need a PRO. It only appreciates, it never depreciates. So that's all I have to say for real estate.
Thank you.
It's a very good business to invest in.
Thank you so much for your time.
Hello, we are Ciplat Profile Limited, the owners of Vatican Garden Estates. Ciplat Realtors Network is the marketing network of Ciplat Profile Limited, and we have over 2,000 registered realtors across the globe. It is a network platform for effective marketing and sales of our estate properties. It is a platform that gives identity, office, and the right to market our estate and become a billionaire through our percentage share profit and a lot of material incentives. Are you a member of Ciplat Realtors Network? This opportunity is for you. Ciplat Realtors sells special incentive promo for Vatican Garden Estate Phase 2 Enugu only. Sell 1 plot of land and win 1 bag of rice plus a 15% commission. Sell 3 plots of land and win a generator just 15% commission. Sell 5 plots of land and win a giant refrigerator plus a 15% commission. This promo would last from 1st of July to 31st October 2021. Remember, terms and conditions apply. If you believe you will be among the winners, can you shout for joy? Hello.
Ciplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world. We sell you title lands with rest of mind to private and portfolio investors, brokerage and management company, visionary developers, affordable table land everywhere. Seplat Profile your investment. Seplat Profile Limited, your investment house. Real estate development provides global and best practices in real estate investment services in Nigeria and around the world.
So what's your name? Ify. Okay, are you just coming for the first time? Have you seen me here before? Oh, okay. Welcome. Sorry. Kiki. Okay. Is this your first time also? No. Have you seen me here before? This is your first time I'm meeting me. Okay. Welcome. Were you around last week, and was it 2 weeks ago we started? 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago. Were you around? Okay, so we've been covering Facebook and how to set up your business on Facebook and stuff. Since we are the only ones here, maybe I should just do a recap so that we can all benefit from that. Do you have a Facebook page for your business? Not your personal profile. Do you have a Facebook page?
Created, I don't know. I don't know someone look at it here. Created this. This was one I was using. Created this one.
For you, okay.
So I don't know.
Okay, that's a Facebook page. Yeah. So you don't have a Facebook page at all?
I have.
You have a Facebook profile or a business page?
Okay, business page.
Just your Facebook profile. Okay. Enugu and Asaba, good morning. Remember that if you have any questions, you can also drop your questions on the group, and somebody will pick it up from there. Okay, so basically, you have created a Facebook page. You haven't created a Facebook page. You need a Facebook page to be able to do business properly on Facebook.
Sorry, can I change this background to business page?
So what you have is a personal profile, which is your name, right? So you send friend request and accept friend request. Out of that, your personal profile, you can now create a business page using your business name. Okay, so you have to do business in your name, right? So when you create that page, you invite your friends, then you can do so many other things using that Facebook page. And another good thing about Facebook is it allows you to create multiple pages. So if you're doing different businesses, real estate, fashion, all the stuff, you can create separate businesses from that your one personal profile. So you don't need to create another account. Okay. Today we're just basically going to be looking at, we have the videos online, right? The previous videos are on the YouTube page and also on the Facebook page. So you can always go back to those videos and watch how to create your page. Today we are going to be talking about advertising, which is also a key feature of Facebook. Advertising helps you to reach more people. Sorry. Advertising helps you to reach more people at scale, right? So when you post on Facebook, it's people that are your friends that usually see your post, right? People that are your friends that see your post, like your post. But with advertising, you can reach people who are not even your friends so that they can see that post and take whatever action you want them to take. So it could be for them to send you a message and ask questions about the property. It could be you're doing a post showcasing a particular property and you want to sell to them. So you can target people based on 4 criteria on Facebook, which is age, gender, location, and interest. So you can say, Facebook, I'm looking for people between the ages of 30 and 60 years, because that's the people I believe will be able to afford properties. That's age. Location, people who are 30 to 65 who live in places like maybe Lagos, Asaba, Enugu, Umuahia, or you can do the whole of Nigeria, do Malaysia, US, whatever country you feel like you can get audience from. So that's age and location. Gender is male and female. So you can decide to target only men, or you can decide to target only women, or target both men and women who are age 35 to 65, who live in the location that you have selected. Then the final one is interest. Interest is what are people interested in. when they come online. So it could be fashion, it could be food, it could be real estate, it could be sports, it could be religion, because you believe that this kind of people who are interested in this kind of things should also be interested in what I'm trying to say. And you can now do that advert so that more people can begin to see your post. Okay. My name is Victor. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself earlier. My name is Victor, and I, help people understand how to. Use social media to grow their business properly. Okay. So what are we going to look at today? We're going to see what are the advertising policies that Facebook have so that you don't go against any of these policies. Trust me, Facebook can be very brutal when you go against any of their policies. So we're going to see those policies and understand them. Then, we can help you to run your advertising properly. We are also going to look at success metrics that map your advertising objective, strategies you can use to optimize your adverts. Okay, so let's get started. Enugu and Asaba, I hope you guys are also following. So how does Facebook review the adverts before they make it go live? Okay, the process covers your images, the kind of images you use. Also determines how successful your advert will be. I'm going to show a few examples as we go along. Images, also your videos, if you're using a video ad, your targeting and positioning, all of those things are also very important. Another important thing is Facebook also reviews your landing page. Facebook is, first of all, a social media community, a social community where people come to interact. But of course, whenever you have 1 or 2 persons, business is always done, which is why most of us get to sell on these platforms. Okay, so Facebook wants to know where are you taking people to from their platform. When somebody clicks on your ad, so I could be going through my Facebook and I see an advert from you. If I click on it, that advert is supposed to take me somewhere that you have decided. It could be to your WhatsApp so that we can start a conversation. If you have a website, it could be to your website so that I can read more about those products and services and contact you on your website. So whatever destination you are using, Facebook wants to know about that. Okay, the system also reviews your ad before it go live. In some cases, if it doesn't meet the advertising standard, Facebook will not approve the ad. And that's why you see a lot of people say that their ads got rejected. Okay, so when you're advertising, you need to make sure that we talked about this a lot last week, that any message you're putting out there, make sure it is focused. If you're selling a property, you let people know that you're talking about the property. If you're selling fashion, let people know that you're talking about fashion. Okay, make sure your ad copy is clearly stated. Let us know what exactly you're selling. Now, if you want to sell a building, for instance, you want to make sure that you're using a sharp image of that building. You cannot take a picture that is showing like 4 buildings together. That's going to be confusing. Make sure it's that single building that you're trying to show. If there are key points, maybe it's the fence that is the selling point of the building, or maybe the interior finishing, you want to make sure that you focus on that particular thing, because that is what will help you catch attention and let people start conversation with you. Okay, so your ad creative should use appropriate images, no text overlays, and no reference to Facebook. Okay, what this simply means is, good morning, sir. Welcome. So what this simply means is, so let me give us an example. If you see you're driving, maybe on the express, you're traveling, and you see a billboard that has plenty words and plenty text on it, would you be able to read all of those words before your vehicle passes? Most times is the biggest thing that catches your attention, and that is how you should see your post on Facebook, because people are always scrolling on their phone. So people, when I hold my phone like this, I'm just going. I might not have a destination. I'm just going. It is what catches my attention that I will pause and say, okay, what is this? If it doesn't make sense, then I continue scrolling. So every time you are posting, you make sure that what you are posting would make that person stop and look at what you're saying. So make sure your images are sharp. If there's plenty pictures or plenty words, it's going to people will not be interested because they can't easily finish what you're saying. And there's a research that shows that the average attention span online is 9 seconds. If you don't make sense to somebody in 3 seconds, the person moves on. But if you catch their attention in 3 seconds and they wait for 9 seconds, if you're no longer making sense, they'll move on to the next available post. So let me give us a typical example. Those days when we used to watch Nollywood videos, remember, when you put in the CD, they'll start with advertising for like 15 minutes. Right after the advert, they will now show you maybe Cast Feed Production. That one will come, go. Presents will come, go. In Kemo, all of those names. That will take like another 5 minutes. So imagine you're watching a video online now, and that video is doing that kind of thing. Will you be patient enough to? What will you do?
I will
you just push it away and move on to the next thing. So that's to show that we are no longer that patient. Those days you sit down and watch all of those things because you want to watch the movie. But right now the attention span of the average person has grown smaller. So anytime you're putting out something out there, make sure you always hit the nail on the head, because the next second is not guaranteed. If it doesn't make sense to that person, they'll just push you aside and they move on. So all of these things are what you should take into consideration when you are putting out content. Then also make sure that your landing page is superb. Functionality, make sure it loads fast. If you see something and you click on it and it's taking like 2 minutes before the website loads, how many of you wait? Most times you just go back and move on. So anything you're going to be using online, make sure everything is set, because if it is slow, people will not wait for you. People don't have that patience. So if you're going to be using a website, make sure your website is properly built and it loads very fast. If you're going to be using WhatsApp, make sure that your WhatsApp number is accurate so that when people click on it, it takes them directly to where you want them to go to. Okay? So that is that. So tip 1, we said make sure you specify your products clearly. So if you look at this picture now, you know that it's the air that they're trying to sell. It's so obvious, okay? There's no distraction in the background. There's nothing else. It's just the air that is the focus, okay? If you look at this picture now, we don't know what exactly she's telling us, right? This second picture has so many things. So we don't know what, is it her face she's trying to show us? Is it the apron? Is it the product in the background, which you cannot see clearly? So you see what that means. So make sure that your pictures or your videos always have a focus. When people see it, let them know what it is that you're talking about. Okay? Tip number 2, ad creative should have appropriate images, no text overlays, no reference to Facebook, and all of those other stuff. Okay, so you can see, if you look at this text now, you might not be able to read it properly, right? So this text will be better in the caption. Just show us the image and let us read the caption, okay? So make sure you always go straight to the point. All right, if you have any questions, you can ask. So ensure that your landing page is good enough. So this is what I was explaining earlier. You click on the ad, instead of it to take you to the website, it's showing you error. Most times you will not come back. You just move on to the next available thing, okay? So when people click on your ad, it's supposed to take them to your website where they can, continue the process. Okay, so what do you do if your ad is disapproved? Sometimes when you advertise on Facebook and you don't get approval, it could be because of some of these issues. So what you can do is to go and read the advertising policy. I usually advise that we read this and understand it so that you know what exactly you're doing and you don't go against the policy. You can also request a review. Somebody else can look at it to be sure that, your ad is appropriate. Then you can edit your ad. If you have seen what you did wrong, okay, you can edit it and submit it again so that it gets another approval. Okay, we talked about this in the second class. We talked about insights. When you run ads on Facebook, you get insights to the performance of the ad. You can see how many people saw the ad. You can see how many people responded to the ad. Some people will see and not respond. The response on Facebook means likes, comments, shares, or they click on the link to go to your website. So you can see all of those information. And this helps you to know if that ad is good enough or if you need to change something to make it, better. Okay, so you can see a preview of your ad. What did your ad look like? You can see the audience, which people responded the more. Okay, so you remember the example I gave earlier? We targeted 30 years to 65 years. So you can see if maybe most of the people that responded were between 30 and 35, or most of the people that responded were between 50 and 55. What I would suggest to you is next time that you want to run ad, maybe you should just focus on that set of people, because they are the ones responding most to what you're saying to them. Okay, so all of this performance helps you to do better the next time. You can see the duration of your ad. How long did your ad run for? You can see the total amount that you spent. Now, when it comes to advertising, you provide a daily budget. You tell Facebook, okay, this is how much I want to spend. I want to spend 200 naira per day for 5 days, or I want to spend 200 naira per day for 30 days, whatever you can afford. Now, that 200 naira is a limit. You're telling Facebook that I don't want to spend more than 200 naira. It's possible that at the end of the day, you might end up spending maybe 150 or 120. Okay, you would see all of those amounts that you have spent later in the report. Okay, are we still together? Are we following? Is this making sense? Okay, so when you're planning your campaign, we've talked about this also in the previous classes. You want to make sure that you match your business goal to your campaign objective. So business goals could include awareness. You just want people to, be aware that you're a real estate agent. Okay, you're trying to create awareness. It could be the fact that you want to sell a property, so you're doing a sales campaign where people have to click on the ad and either come to your WhatsApp to start a conversation, or they click on the ad and they go to your website, or whatever, or your Instagram profile if you have one. So always make sure that you match your advertising campaign with what you're trying to achieve in your business. Then of course you have to create the campaign, you have to create the adverts. If you don't create the adverts, there's no way you can get the performance that you're looking for, the results that you're looking for. Okay, and you also want to make sure that you save your campaign, save the report, so that you can always look at them later to know if you're doing well or not. Okay, so let's talk about goals a bit. Before you create a campaign, you want to establish a clear goal and your actionable success method. What this simply means is, all of this big English, what it means is, know what exactly you're doing. Don't just run Facebook ads because everybody's running Facebook ads. Don't just run Facebook ads because you want to look serious. If people hear that you're not doing Facebook ads, they'll say, you're never serious. Don't run ads because of that. Run ads because you know what you're doing and you have something specific that you want to achieve. All right. So, like I mentioned earlier, awareness. Awareness is you want people to know your brand. Okay. The likes of Coca-Cola, the likes of MTN, they run ads for awareness. Whether you see an advert or not, you must buy MTN recharge card. For those who like Coke, whether you see Coke advert or not, you will buy the Coke and drink it because it's a necessity for you. But they keep running ad because they just want to, make you remember. If you walk on this road, for instance, for like 2 minutes, you see a Coca-Cola signboard or a Coca-Cola something anywhere. That is just awareness. They're trying to register in your head. So I'll give us a good example of this. WhatsApp status. There's some people on your WhatsApp status that they post every day, right? What happens on a day when they don't post for like 2 days or 3 days? You will notice that, I've not seen this person post, yes or no? So that is what awareness does for you. It helps you to stay in people's head. So imagine this was a business. Now, because you've been seeing somebody's post all the time, anytime they talk about, maybe you're just, as we are here now, we're talking about buying a cake. Okay, let's buy a cake for lunch today. You most likely, okay, do you know anybody? You most likely remember somebody that's been showing up on your WhatsApp status every day that does cake, right? So that is basically what awareness do for you. Awareness gives you visibility, makes people see you, make people know that, okay, this person is there. And sometimes that visibility will now lead to conversation. Conversation like, how much is your cake? Oh, you do cake, can you deliver to so place? Then eventually conversations lead to conversion, which is sales, right? So if people don't see you, there's no way they will talk to you about your product. And if they don't talk to you about the product, there's no way they are going to buy from you eventually. Okay? So that's what awareness does for you. So when it comes to awareness, what you want to focus on is number of impressions. How many people saw the ad? Because at this point, your goal is awareness. You want as much people as possible to see it so that they can remember you. And then your cost, how much will it cost you to get that number? Then the second one here is reach, okay? And reach and awareness is almost the same thing, but the difference is reach focuses on unique people. So awareness is number of times that your post was seen, right? Reach is number of people that saw that post. So sometimes awareness will be more than reach, simply because if 2,000 people saw your post, and out of these 2,000, maybe 1,000 of them saw it 2 times. So that would be 3,000 impressions for awareness, but the reach is 2,000. Do we understand what I just said? So this focuses on people, number of people that saw your post, 1,000. 1,000 people saw your post. But awareness focuses on number of times that your post was seen. So if your reach is 1,000 and those 1,000 people saw your post, like, you know, I've seen it the first time, maybe I forgot something, I come back again to look at it, it will count as double impression. So your reach is 1,000, but because this 1,000 people, all of them looked at it maybe 2 times or 3 times, your impression will be higher. Okay. Do you understand that? Okay, so reach focuses on unique people. I want 2,000, I want as much people as possible to see it. I don't care if they see it once, I don't care if they see it twice. I just want plenty of people to see it so that they can remember me. All right. But when you're doing awareness, your concern is I want people to see it multiple times, because something that you see over and over again registers in your mind. Yes. Right. So that is why some people do awareness, but some people just say, you know what, let people just say it. I want to focus on people, which is the reach part. Okay. Do we understand? Yes. Can I move on? Sure. All right. So the next one here is traffic. This is also an advertising objective. You want to get traffic to your website. You want to get traffic to your WhatsApp. You want to get traffic to your Instagram. What traffic simply means is I want people to leave Facebook or Instagram and come to where I want them to come to, so that we can have a conversation. Right. So that's an objective. So traffic, what you focus on traffic is how many people actually go to your website. If you're advertising to your website, what's the cost per click and what is the click-through rate? Okay, click-through rate means number of people who took the action versus number of people who eventually got to your website, right? So engagement on Facebook, like I said earlier, is likes, comments, and shares. You want to see how many likes you got. You want to see how many comments you got. You want to see how many people shared that post to their own timeline. So that is what engagement does for you. Then lead generation. Lead generation is when you want people to give you their phone number or email address so that you can contact them later. All right. You can run a campaign that collects people's phone number and email addresses so that you can now take these numbers and begin to call them later, or reach out to them on WhatsApp, whatever works for you. Okay. So the third level is the conversion level. At this point, you want to see how many sales you get. Now, Facebook also helps you to run sales campaign. So e-commerce businesses, for instance, Jumia. Let me use Jumia. How many of us are familiar with Jumia? Right? If you go to Jumia to check a bag or you check an item, if you don't buy that item immediately and you leave Jumia, have you noticed that for the next 2 weeks or so, anywhere you go on the internet, you would see an advert of that bag or that thing that you have checked? How many of us have noticed that before? Yes. So that is what a sales conversion campaign does. The goal of this campaign is to follow you until you eventually buy. that's just the cocoa of the matter. Okay, so a sales conversion is called, it does with targeting ads. So you've come to our shop, you've looked at this item, but maybe you didn't buy, maybe you didn't have the money at that time, or maybe while you are checking Jumia, so a phone call came in. After picking the call, you forgot that you were doing something before and you moved on to something else. So that thing will keep following you to just remind you that, hey, I'm still here, come and buy. So that is what a store, that is what a conversion sales, a catalog sales ad does for you. Now, this kind of advert is also more expensive than the other ones because, it focuses on getting sales. If you look at these other ones, so this traffic, for instance, the goal is to just get somebody to click on it and go to your website. What happens on that website is another conversation entirely. It's not Facebook business. Facebook business at this point is to take that person and drop them on your website. But when it comes to catalog sales, Facebook would ensure that first it looks for people that are most likely going to buy, people that are frequent online shoppers, people that buy online normally. Those are the kind of people that will see your ad more because they are most likely going to take the action that you want them to take. And Facebook would also make sure that it shows it to them over and over and over again till they eventually buy. Okay, I'm glad that we understand that part. Okay, any questions on that before we move on? Any questions? Okay, so again, you want to make sure that you tailor your campaign to your audience. First of that is relevance. Make sure that what you are talking about is relevant to the people that you are talking to, right? If you are, no matter how good your product is, if you are talking real estate to, so I'll give us an example. When I was in school, there was this real estate company too that came, that wanted us to buy properties in Shimawa. That time, this was like 2010. Shimawa was selling for like 80,000 naira a plot. And some of us students had that money at that time. But as students, real estate investment was not something that we were thinking about. Right? No matter how much they came, they kept coming. Even school tried to do some payments plan. We didn't see it because it wasn't something we were thinking about at that stage in life. So no matter how good your property is, no matter how cheap or affordable it is, if you are talking to the wrong set of people, you're not going to get the sales that you're looking for. All right, so it makes sense to always get your audience. Right, it makes sense to always get your audience. Then sometimes maybe those people, if they had set some points or made some points that made sense to us at that point, don't just talk about investments. Talk about something else that maybe youths would like, that will entice them to now come and buy. Maybe they would have captured our attention at that point. Okay, so sometimes understanding your audience also helps you to tailor your content. The way you sell a mobile phone to an old person is not the same way you sell a mobile phone to a young person. A young person will be more interested in camera and the style, the design of the phone, the speed of the phone, all of those other stuff. But for an older person, a 50-year-old woman, she doesn't want to be able to call her child. She doesn't care about all those other plenty things. So understanding your audience helps you to tailor your content in a way that your audience will find it relevant and easy to relate to it. Okay? Then in marketing, you also want to focus on people that are most likely going to take the action that you want them to take. Right? When you ask business owners, who is your customer? They'll tell you that everybody is my customer. Right? But the truth is, everybody cannot be your customer. Some people, no matter what you do, they are not going to buy from you, either because they don't like you, or they must have a reason why they should not buy from you. Now, because this is marketing, you want to make sure that you focus your efforts and your resources on people that are most likely going to take the action that you want them to take, so that when you put in efforts, you get results on the other end. So you want to make sure that you focus on people that are most likely going to take the results that you want them to take. Okay, so let's see how to optimize ad format. You want to make sure that you keep testing. Nobody gets it perfect at the first time. Use an image, use a video, see which one performs better. Use a type of picture versus another type of picture and see which one performs better. So this is the normal feed, right? This is your Facebook feed, Instagram feed. This is the size. This is the stories, WhatsApp status, Instagram stories, Facebook stories. It's also a different format, okay? But it's the same image, but different experience. All right, so make sure you keep testing till you eventually find that one that works for you, okay? Let me not bore us with this part, but I already explained most of the things here. Awareness is when people see your ad multiple times. Reach is when you're focusing on number of people instead of number of times that your ad was seen. You can always see your audience breakdown. You can see age bracket of people who responded to your ad, 15 to whatever age they have targeted. You see all of the breakdown. You can also see location, the location of people that responded to your ad. So if, for instance, you target your ad targeting the whole of Nigeria, you can see, okay, more people responding from Lagos. Second largest category is maybe Asaba. You see all of those breakdown, and this helps you to know that, okay, these are the people that are interested in what I am saying. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? You have a question? Okay. Is there any question online? Val? Okay. If you have any questions online, if you're watching online and you have any questions, please put your questions in the comment section or drop them in the group so that we can take your questions. Okay? Let me skip most of these things. Okay, so create your ad. Once you create, review, make sure that everything is in place, then run your ad to get the results that you are looking for, All right, so any questions? I don't want to shut this down now. Do we have any questions? Just to time here, obviously. Let me try and how do we create these ads? Yes, okay. So that's a good question. Let me see if I can connect. So let me connect my laptop to the internet and show us how to create this ad. Okay, so we're going to do a live session of ads, but first let us look at the Facebook advertising policy. This is also very important. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, network is a bit slow, but it's going to come up. Okay, so these are the category of things you cannot advertise on Facebook. Number one is, first and foremost, you must not violate the community standard. Remember that Facebook is a place of social interaction, so you have to make sure that everything you are posting respects the opinion of the other person and is not harmful. Then number two, you cannot sell illegal products. Any product that is illegal in your country, you cannot advertise it on Facebook. If you try to do it, your account will be restricted. You can also not discriminate on the Facebook platform, right? Discriminatory practices. You cannot discriminate by race, by gender, by sexual orientation, any of those things. You cannot sell tobacco or related products, okay? So if, for instance, you post, you might not be even trying to sell tobacco. Maybe you're posting a picture of a property you want to sell, and there's somebody holding a cigarette, maybe just standing in the frame of that property. Your ad is not going to be approved because tobacco and anything related is prohibited on the platform. All right, so that's why you need to understand these things. Even if you're not doing it consciously, you might just mistakenly do something that goes against the policy. So like this example I just gave, you're not trying to sell tobacco, but maybe because there's a picture of a cigarette or something that relates to tobacco in the picture you're trying to use, your ad is going to be cancelled. And if you do it over time, your ad account will be blocked. We also cannot sell unsafe substances. Unsafe substances include drugs and stuff like that. You cannot sell weapons, obviously, on the platform. So you need to, pay attention to all of these things. So even if you're not selling weapons, but your picture is showing weapons and ammunition, you are going to get banned. You also cannot share adult content on the platform. Adult products and services is prohibited. Adult content is prohibited. Misinformation, personal attributes. Personal attribute could mean so you're doing a picture of a before and after. Maybe you're trying to do weight loss. You cannot do before and after. You know, the person was big, now the person is small. All of those things are not going to be allowed on the platform. You also cannot show too much body, too much flesh, right? Maybe as a guy or a woman, you're exposing your body. Yes, if your picture is exposing your body too much, your content would not be approved. Okay. Personal attributes, I've talked about that. Some misinformation, information that is not verified. Buhari is dead, and you want to advertise, you want to show that on your post. If it's not a verified piece of information, the platform will take it down. Okay, so that's what misinformation means. Make sure that anything you're going to be putting out is something that is verified. Yeah. Controversial content. Let me see. Then there's one that I think would also concern us. So you cannot use captions like "become an instant millionaire." Remember that is not verifiable. It's controversial.
Yeah.
You might have a formula to make me an instant millionaire, but if I take that formula and I don't use it, I will not become a millionaire. At the end of the day, I can come back to say, I bought your formula, but I'm not a millionaire. Do you get that illustration? So there are some things that are out of your control. Whether I become a millionaire or not is out of your control. You can do all your own best to make me a millionaire. But if I don't do my own part, I'm not going to become a millionaire. So you can't advertise and say, I can make you an instant millionaire, or invest in real estate and become an instant millionaire. Those kind of captions would not work when it comes to advertising on Facebook. Facebook would always reject your ad. So those are examples of controversial content that you cannot use. Prohibited financial products and services. You cannot sell Ponzi scheme on the platform. It's going to be rejected. Sale of body parts and all of this stuff. Okay, so let us see how to create a Facebook ad. I'm going to use the Facebook Ads Manager platform. Okay, so this is the advertising platform for Facebook where you create your ad. You can access this also from your mobile phone, but you not get all of the features available. You get better experience and features when you access it using a computer. Okay, so let me just create a demo ad and show us what I was talking about earlier. So first, this is your campaign objective. We talked about it. So who can tell me the difference between brand awareness and reach? What do you understand as the difference between brand awareness and reach? Anybody?
Brand awareness is a kind, maybe a kind of advertisement of a product, like be wearing
the shirt of the company. Okay.
The notification of the product awareness. How many people have seen your?
Okay. So that's the key difference. Basically, awareness focuses on how many times that product has been seen, right? Reach focuses on how many people have seen it. So we need to understand that part. So you need to decide if you want people to see your ad multiple times, or you just want people to see your ad as much people as possible. Then that will help you determine which of them to go for. So that's on the awareness level. Consideration level is, you're talking to people who already know you, people who already know your product, but you want them to consider you. You want them to start a conversation with you, right? So there's traffic. Traffic is when you want to take them from Facebook or Instagram and take them to either your website, your WhatsApp page, Instagram accounts, anywhere you want them to go to. Okay, I said engagement is when you want comments, likes, shares. I want people to like your post, comment on your post, and share your post. So you can do an engagement ad. That's what you're targeting. App installs. You have a mobile app, I'm sure most of us have experienced this. You click on the ad on Facebook and it takes you to Play Store to download an app. How many of us have seen those kind of adverts before? You click on the ad on your Facebook page and it takes you to your Google Play Store to download an app. So that's an app install campaign. If you have an app that you want people to install, you can run this kind of ad. Then you want video views. You want people to watch your video. Right? All those videos that you see 1 million views, 2 million views, you can achieve that using video views. Video views focuses on getting people. So you have a message in that video and you want people to watch it to the end. You can run a video view campaign so that people watch your video, and that's what you're targeting for. What did I say lead generation is? I talked about it a few minutes ago. Who can remind us? What's the lead generation ad? Okay, lead generation is when you want people to give you their phone number or their email addresses so that you can contact them later. And
the number of people that clicked on it.
So if I see a lead generation ad now and I click on it, it will request me to submit my phone number and email address. So that email address will be sent to you that did the advert so that you can now contact them later and follow up with them. Then messages, you want people to send you messages, either on WhatsApp, either on Instagram DM, either on Facebook Messenger. You can use this objective. Messages focuses on getting people to send you a message. Okay. Then the third level is the conversion ad. Conversion ad is focused more on getting you sales, right? So conversion ad, we have conversion ads, we have catalog sales. Catalog sales is when you have multiple products. So if you see an average Jumia ad on Facebook or Instagram, you see that they have multiple products in one single ad. So the first slide might be a shoe, the second slide might be a bag, the fourth slide, might be iron or something else, but all of those different products in one single ad. How many of us have seen that before? You've seen that before. So that's done with a catalog sales. Now there's this stored feature, which is stored traffic. You want people to see your ad on Facebook and link them to your physical location. So imagine you have a supermarket or a store that people can come to. You can do a store traffic campaign that once they click on the ad, it leads them from wherever they are to get to your store. All right. And you can also track how many people saw your ad and eventually came to your store using the store traffic campaign. Okay, so for the benefit of this class, for the sake of this example, I'm just going to use traffic so that we can move on. Once you select any option here, you can give it a name. Okay, you can give it a name. So I'm going to name this test campaign. Class test campaign, right? Let me just use the same name for now. I should also explain this. Your campaign is divided into three levels. The first level is the campaign level, which is like general information about the campaign. The ad set level is where you choose your audience, where you choose your budget, where you choose all of this other information. While the third level, which is the ad, is where you create what you want people to see on their phones. Okay, I'm going to show us all of those examples as we proceed. So remember campaign, ad sets, and ad. Once you're done naming this, you click on continue. Okay, it takes you to the next page where you can now, so on this page now we are going to be selecting audience and all other information. Okay. So I'm not going to go into all the technicalities of this place, but let me explain campaign budget optimization. What this simply means is you want to run like 4 different ads under one single campaign. So you want to run the first ad. You're selling Vatican City Asaba, and you want to target a separate audience, right? The second ad, you want to focus on maybe Vatican City Enugu, and you want to target a separate audience. You can run those 2 ads under one single campaign. So if whatever budget you put here, maybe you put 1,000 naira per day, That 1,000 naira per day will work for 2 of the ads. Now, the key feature of this is now the platform will say that, okay, Vatican City Enugu is getting more results than Vatican City Asaba. So it will shift more budget to the one that is getting more results. So if before you wanted to spend for 500 per ad, right? If he now says that, okay, this Enugu one is getting more results, you can decide to spend 700 on Enugu because that is giving you better results, and spend 300 on Asaba. Right? That's basically what campaign budget optimization does for you. Okay, you can only access this when you use Ads Manager on your computer. Okay, so next level is where we choose our objectives. So remember I said website, app, messenger, WhatsApp. Do you want to take traffic to your website? Do you want to take traffic to your app? Do you want to take traffic to your messenger? Do you want to take traffic to your WhatsApp? All right, so you choose the one. For the sake of the example, I am going to use website so that we can move on. Okay, so you choose your duration, your schedule, when do you want the ad to run from. This is today's date. You can change it to whatever date works for you. You can also put an end date. End date is when you want the ad to stop running. All right, so if you want to do this for 7 days, for instance, that means it's July 30. I click on set end date and I choose maybe 6 days, 7 days from now is 5th. Yeah. So end date is 5th, right? Yeah. Then I move on to the next thing, which is audience. Like I said, you can choose audience based on 4 criteria. You can choose audience based on 4 criteria: age, gender, location, and interest. Okay, so location, Nigeria, age 18 to 65 plus, gender, male and female, detail targeting. So let me pick a few things. So like I said, you can do Nigeria, or you can decide to focus on particular places. Okay, so for example, let me target by state. Let me target by state. So let's do Lagos. So Lagos, Nigeria is a state. I pick Lagos. I can say, so let's target Delta. Delta. So there are different deltas. You need to make sure you pick the right one. This is Delta Ohio. This is, okay, let me just put Delta Nigeria to help me streamline. Okay, Delta State, Nigeria. Give me another state, maybe Rivers. Or I don't want to target the whole of Rivers. I just want to focus on Port Harcourt in Rivers State. So I can type Port Harcourt. You should give me the option. I don't want to focus on the whole of Oyo. I want to focus only on Ibadan. I can type Ibadan and it gives me that option. So your location, you can do all of those streamlining with your location. Okay, so age, allowed age on Facebook is 18 to 65 plus, but you can streamline to what works for your business. So for this, I'm going to do, I'll just click on edit. Now, I want you to notice something again. The more I make changes here, the more this places increases or reduces. So this is your gauge.
Audience definition.
Yes, your audience definition. So this is showing you estimated daily reach. So these are the number of people that would most likely see your ad per day based on the selections that you have made here. Okay, and link clicks, because we are focusing on taking people to our website. So out of these 14,000 people that saw your ad, an average of 264 people will click on your link to go to your website. That's just what this does for you. Okay, so we have potential, which is 30 million people. Out of these 30 million people, this is what you can achieve based on the things that you have selected here. So if I change this age here now, you see that 13 million would also reduce because I have streamlined to a lower audience. So let me do 20 to like so let's try 58 just for example purposes. So you can see that the number has reduced from 13 million before to now 11 million. You can decide to streamline. You can decide to just do maybe 30 to 40 years if that is what works for you. Okay, and once you do that, you would see that your potential audience and everything would also change. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing here, languages is not really a problem for us in Nigeria, but in the US where you have major languages. Sorry, I think this thing is help. I can go on without it. Okay. So in like the US where you have Latin America, Indiana America, so you can decide to target based on language. I want people who only speak English to see my ad. That is where language comes in. Okay. After that, you choose placement. Yes, you're supposed to choose budget. Okay, so I missed this part earlier. Budget. This is where you put how much you want to spend per day. So this is 3,980. That's almost 4,000 per day. If I change this to 1,000, you'll see that the results here will change from 264 to about 66. So the more you spend, the more results you get, which is the principle with advertising. So if I put, say, 10,000 here, you see that the results also goes up, right? So everything you choose here, you see an estimate on this side. Okay, let me just do 1,000. Let me just do 4,000. That was there earlier. Okay, so that is that.
This 4,000 naira daily budget is for the advert for people, your audience to see it out.
Yes, to see it per day. So this is also a daily result, right? So you choose whatever amount works for you, right? But any amount you put, you always see the gauge here. All right. So daily budget means every day multiply. So if you want to do weekly, what you just do is so if you want to spend maybe 10,000 naira per week, 1 week is 7 days. What you just do is 10,000 naira divided by 7 days, and it's that amount that you come and put here as your daily budget. Do you understand? Yeah. So just divide how much you have as how long you want to do it, and you will get your daily budget. Okay, we've done most of the things here. Placement means where you want people to see your advert on. You want your advert to show on Facebook or only on Instagram. When you do automatic placement, it selects all of the platforms available. But you can decide to say, okay, I don't want people on Facebook, I want people on Instagram. You just select only Instagram and all this other stuff. So let me just leave it at automatic so that we can move on with the example. Okay, so I said on the third level, which is the ad level, this is where you choose what people will see. All right. So it's asking you to select an Instagram account because we have said we want the ad to also run on Instagram. All right. So I'm going to select Instagram. Single image. So single image is you want to use a single image or you want to use a single video. Carousel is what Jumia use, where you have up to 10 pictures of videos in one single ad. So if that's what you want to do, you select this option. So let me use carousel as an example so that we can also see how it works. So you can see the preview here. This is image 1, image 2, like that. I'm not sure I have enough images that we can use. So you put your headline. Headline is what? Okay, let me just take it one step at a time so that we don't get confused. So let me select image. Network. Are we still together? Are we following? Okay, so let me see. There are images here that I can use. So let me select image 1, put the headline by. So one idea you can explore with this is, because these are different images. So imagine you're trying to sell Vatican City Enugu. What are the features of Vatican City Enugu? Perimeter fencing. So maybe the image 1 can focus on the perimeter fencing. You put the headline. Our lands are fenced properly. The next one is maybe gates. So the next picture can focus on the gates, right? The third picture can focus on the third feature, which is maybe good road network. So you can take a picture of the good road network and put it there. This allows you to do up to 10, either 10 images or 10 videos. So on each of the single slide, you're telling a different story. All right. So the next one is drainage. On the first one, you can put a picture or a video of the drainage system. So when I see one ad from you, I can see all of the messages that I need to see. Okay. Do we understand that part? Okay. So you put the headline by now. Once I'm done with that, I go to the second option here. Second option, I also choose select another image. Let me select this. So you can see that I have another image here. So you can try to keep selecting images till you've done all your stories. Then once you're done, you click on publish.
Now you selected the second image. It's blocking the first image.
So it's sliding.
Okay.
It's something that you can slide. If I click here now, it will come back.
Okay.
So you can keep sliding till you look at everything that is available in that ad. So you see that it's changing. Yeah. So it's something that slides. But anybody that also sees this ad knows that there are multiple other images, and the person would just keep sliding till they get to the end. I'm sure we see this kind of post also on Instagram, where you see check the next line and stuff like that. Okay, so that is how to create. Your Facebook ad. Any questions? Any questions? For those that are just coming in, if you have any questions. When you start practicing it, okay? So hopefully we'll go and practice it and use all of this knowledge, okay? So is there any other thing you'd like us to talk about? Maybe from previous classes, or maybe from something you tried that you did not understand and you'd like to learn more about? Anything?
Please create an ad. How to create an ad.
That's what we just did. Oh, you stepped out. Okay. So they will share the link to the video on the WhatsApp group, so you can just watch it later. I just showed us how to create the ad step by step. Okay.
But it's not too easy to use our
phone. Yes, you get a better experience when you use a laptop to do it. Yes. Yeah. So like this option of using 10 images, you'll not be able to do it on your phone.
From where can we?
From your Facebook account. Just go to your Facebook account. Okay. You would see Ads Manager on the left. So once you open your Facebook account on your laptop, you will see Ads Manager. This is Ad Manager.
Okay.
Just click on it, and it takes you to the advertising platform, where you can now start all of those things that we've done.
It would be nice when one had his laptop.
Yes, but you can still do it on your phone too. It's just that you will not get so many features. You will not get the full features. But you can also start with your phone and do it from there.
Okay.
Okay, then from there we enter to we click campaign appeal.
Yes, so from here now you click create, then it takes you to that place where we started from. So you can just they'll post the link to the video on the WhatsApp group. You can just watch the video again, over and over again till you get it properly. Let me stop it so that it will go and charge me. Okay, so any questions? Any other questions?
My question is this: how to create maybe you want people to get registered form.
Okay.
Then to fill form,
and give you their details.
Yes, and give me their details, their response.
Okay, so you can do that using Google Forms. So just Google search Google Forms, and it takes you to the Google Forms website where you can create Google Forms. This one you can do from your phone, so it's easier it's something you can do easily from your phone. Okay, so this is the Google Form platform. To create it, there are templates there already, but I'll just create a new one so that we can see step by step how to do it. So click on plus, that plus sign helps you to create. Let me go back. So this is the plus, where you create a blank one. You can use any of these templates, but let me just create a blank one so that we can see. So you give the form a name. So maybe this would be your business name. So let me use Imag Global, Abi. Imag Global details collection form. Okay, you can give it any name that works for you. I'm just using this as an example. So first question, what's the first question you want to ask them? Your name. So full name, right? So short answer. For you to add another question, you see this plus sign here. Okay. You click on that plus sign to create another question. Okay, so you want to make sure that if it's a composite question, what composite question means is if they don't answer this question, they cannot submit the form. So you need to make sure you click it on here. By default, it's not compulsory. But if you want to make it a composite question, you click on this to make it a composite question. What it means is the person will not be able to submit that form if they don't answer this question, okay? So I'm going to click on required to make it a complete question. Then I want to ask another question, maybe date of birth. So I click on plus, it creates another question for me. Okay, so question number 2 is
email address.
Okay, email address. Email address. Okay. I also want to make sure that this is a composite question so that people can fill it before they can submit. Okay. What's the third question we want to ask?
Maybe phone number.
Phone number. Okay. Phone number. Also make this compulsory. Right?
WhatsApp.
You can just put WhatsApp number here to make it just more specific. Okay, so instead of using phone number, you can just use WhatsApp number to let them know that it's the WhatsApp number you need. So WhatsApp number. What else? So you can keep adding questions, and
people don't like answering too many questions.
So that's also a good idea.
It's fine. You just
focus on the key data that you need, and which is phone number, email address, WhatsApp number. Then maybe for real estate, you can decide to ask, do you own any properties? Depending on what you're trying to achieve, basically. What you're trying to achieve will determine the data that you're collecting, right? So whatever works for you, you just keep adding questions to you've collected all the information that you need. And once you're done with that, you can actually customize this. So by default, this is the default color, but if I come to this color palette here, I can choose another color, maybe color of your brand. You see that it changes everything here. You change the theme color. So let's just stay with yellow. You could choose an image for the background on top. So click on choose an image. It opens your file. There are previewed images that you can use. You can also upload your own image if you want to. Well, let me just use one of the images that we have here. Is there anything that talks about real estate? Yeah. Okay, there's really no real estate. Well, let's just choose this one. So you can actually customize the form to your taste until you get anything you want. So you see that there's added the image. You can change the background color if you need to. This is where you change the background color. Select any of these colors. This is the theme color. Okay, once you're done with that, it saves automatically. As you're creating it, it saves. So what you need to do is to send. So if you come to send, so you can send via email. You can send via email to somebody. Just put the person's email address here. Okay, you can put a message if you choose to. Thank you for contacting Ima Global. We'd like to get a few information about you. So please fill out this form and, God bless you, whatever you want to put. You can type that here. By default, I have invited you to fill out the form. You can clear this out and put in your own message. All right. Once you can try to include the form in the mail or just the link and send it to the person. That's one way to send. You can get the link. Okay, if you come here, you will see the link to the form. So maybe you want to post it on your Facebook page, right? What you just need to do is come and copy this link. It's too long, you can shorten the link. Once you've shortened it, you can copy it and go and post it anywhere you want to post it. You can put it on your WhatsApp status, or Facebook page, all of those other places. This third one is if you want to embed it to your website. This is a bit technical, so I'm not going to look at it. It's also a link where you embed it on your website so that people fill the form on your website, but you get the responses on your Google form. So those are ways to share it. And when people begin to fill the form, you find their responses under responses. This is where you find their responses. So let me see if I have a form here that people have filled. Then I can show us.
How do one add, let's say you want to, maybe as soon as they click, they'll come straight to either your WhatsApp page or this thing. Let's say you made an ad and maybe as soon as they click, they come straight into your WhatsApp.
I understand, I'll show us. So this is, yes, you answered the question. So this is what you will see. When people begin to respond to the form, like people begin to fill the form, you find their answers. Yeah, all you just need to do is click on it and come to response, and you will find them there. I don't want to click on response so I don't expose people's data. Okay. So how do you get people to your WhatsApp? We talked about it at the beginning of the class. You can use traffic under your ads manager. If you click on create, it loads the campaign. So you can use two options. Messages focuses on people sending you messages either on WhatsApp or on Facebook Messenger or Instagram DM. So you can use the messages option. You can also use the traffic option. But most likely, it's better to use the messages because that is what this is specially built for, to get people to send you messages, okay? But if I use the traffic objective, for instance, I would also still see messages. Click on next. So you can see traffic to your website, traffic to your mobile app, traffic to Facebook Messenger, traffic to WhatsApp. Okay, so let me click on WhatsApp. Then I need to ask you to connect. So some of my pages are already connected to my WhatsApp. No, this one is not connected to my WhatsApp. Okay, it's connected. So this is my WhatsApp number. You click on continue. No, this is not connected. So to ask me to connect, to send me a code on WhatsApp. So I just need to come and put the code here, right?
I'm trying to connect my WhatsApp to my Facebook pages that I have here.
But it's not.
We send code. That is the Facebook business code in my WhatsApp. When I put the number there, that is the code. The thing with them is sorry that.
So maybe it's network.
No, not network. Network.
It could be network. So far they are sending you the code. If I check my phone, I'll see a code.
I've tried it on
several
occasions. It doesn't get connected. I don't know, maybe.
So you just need to put in the code here and it will connect. So maybe after the class, I'll help you look at your own to see what the issue is. Okay, so that's how to do. Do you understand, sir? Yeah. You can also do it from your phone, like you said. I'll show us after the class. All right, any other questions? Questions online? No questions. Okay, so I think we can, with this 3 points of mine, I think I'll be able to convince us and not to confuse us. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask your questions. We are still here, but we've officially come to the end of today's class. I don't know if Mr. Dixon or Success would like to say something. Okay, thank you, everybody.
What's the name?
Victor. Off the microphone. I'll go to the screen.